When the front door slammed so hard the picture frames rattled, I already knew Vanessa had seen the sign. She stormed into the living room, voice shaking with rage. "Caleb, why is there a for sale sign dug into our front lawn?" I closed the book in my hands, keeping my tone calm. Outside, the white board swayed in the cold wind. The same sign she spotted the moment she returned from her girls' getaway. A getaway that had cracked open everything I'd been trying to hold together. "You can't just sell our home," she snapped, hands trembling. "I didn't do it alone," I said. "The court approved it as part of our divorce." Her jaw dropped. "Our what?" For 8 years, Vanessa and I had lived in what I thought was stability. A normal home north of Columbus, freshly cut grass, a grill out back, the kind of neighborhood where people lent sugar and borrowed ladders. I worked long shifts with the Department of Transportation. She sold furniture with the charm of someone who knew how to make people trust her. I thought we were solid. I thought I knew her. The first cracks didn't arrive with thunder. They came disguised as harmless nights out. Just dinner with the girls. Just a weekend away. But the details shifted. The excuses thinned. The stories stopped matching. And every time she came home, smelling of bar perfume or saying a little too quickly that she forgot the name of a restaurant, my gut asked questions my heart didn't want to. But the night I accidentally discovered one coworker posting photos from home while Vanessa claimed to be with her, that was the night suspicion turned into certainty. But what I discovered next didn't just expose a lie. It exposed an entire double life. Once the doubts took root, they didn't let go. I tried convincing myself I was imagining things. But when instincts whisper long enough, they become impossible to ignore. I never wanted to spy on my own wife. But trust is like glass. Once a crack appears, you can't unsee it. That's when I contacted someone I never thought I'd need. A private investigator named Rowan Hale. Older guy, quiet voice. The kind of man who sees everything and judges nothing. "Just facts," he said. "No drama." The first few days, Rowan tracked her after work. She came straight home, picked up groceries, visited her mother. For a moment, I hoped I was wrong. Maybe the cracks were in me, not in us. But truth has its own timing. One Tuesday night, while I sat watching a game I wasn't even paying attention to, Rowan texted. She didn't go home. My heart hammered. Another message followed. She's at a roadside lodge off Highway 67. Then a photo, the unmistakable shape and color of her SUV parked beneath a neon sign that flickered like a bad omen. I didn't yell, didn't punch a wall. I simply felt something inside me shut off, like a switch flipping from hope to cold clarity. When Rowan later handed me the folder filled with time-stamped photos, Vanessa laughing with a man I'd never seen, her hand on his shoulder, the two of them disappearing inside a hotel lobby, I didn't break. I simply understood. Understanding hurts more quietly than heartbreak. I knew then what needed to happen. Not shouting, not begging, not chasing explanations, just reclaiming my life. The next morning, before she even woke up, I made my first call to a divorce attorney. But ending a marriage legally was nothing compared to the storm that would come when Vanessa learned what I'd already done behind the scenes. While Vanessa planned yet another 5-day girls' trip, I was preparing the final blueprint of my exit. She stood in the kitchen that night, wiping her hands on a towel, saying gently, "Caleb, I really need this break. You're okay if I go, right?" Her voice was syrup sweet, the kind people use when they've already decided on something. I smiled, nodded, played the part she expected. The moment she drove off, suitcase in her trunk, I wasn't thinking about her lies anymore. I was thinking about my freedom. I called my attorney, Harper Layton. Her reply came fast. "If you're sure you want to move forward, we file today." By the time Vanessa reached whatever cabin or hotel she'd planned to lie from, the court had already stamped the motion. The same home she left so confidently was already legally marked for sale. With paperwork filed, I began separating my life from hers, piece by piece, in silence. New bank account. Direct deposit shifted. Credit cards updated. Her access closed. Harper advised, document everything. Every bill you cover, every payment you make. It all matters. So I did. Then came the twist she never expected, the house. Because it was jointly owned, I couldn't simply walk away. But the judge agreed it had to be sold. And so a real estate agent hammered the for sale sign into our front yard while Vanessa was off pretending to be the devoted wife who just needed space. By the time she returned, smiling and relaxed, The trap of truth was already waiting. She slammed into the living room, outraged, demanding answers. She got something else instead. The end of her story and the beginning of mine. But the real explosion came when she saw the evidence. The photos that shattered every lie she'd rehearsed. When I handed Vanessa the folder, she opened it like it was a snake ready to bite. The first photo froze her. The second drained the color from her face. By the third, she stopped breathing evenly. That's not what it looks like, she choked. But lies sound different when spoken in a room full of truth. She crumbled, crying, reaching for my arm, begging. She wasn't mourning our marriage. She was terrified of losing the life she built on my stability. Then I told her everything I'd already done. Her removal from my accounts. The change of my insurance beneficiaries. The documentation of every cent I'd paid. And that the car she drove to cheat would now cost her half the payments. Her tears vanished instantly. Anger replaced sorrow. Fear replaced excuses. Her next move was predictable. She tried twisting the story publicly. She told people I was controlling, that I'd pushed her away, that she didn't mean for it to happen. So I did the one thing cheaters never expect. I told the truth. To the families. To the friends. To anyone she'd performed for. Silently. Factually. No insults. Just evidence. The tide turned fast. When we finally stood in front of the judge, Vanessa asked for support. The judge denied her request without hesitation. She was ordered to repay her half of the car. And just like that, the life she built on borrowed love and borrowed money collapsed. I moved into a small apartment afterward, simple, quiet, honest. And for the first time in years, the silence felt like peace, not punishment. The day she saw that for sale sign wasn't the end of us. It was the day my life restarted. If you want the next story, a new one, not built on betrayal, just say the word.